The days on Nerea grew warmer as the twin suns rose higher in the sky. The air was filled with the sweet scents of blooming flowers and the gentle hum of the forest's life. Alex and Lyra walked side by side through the tall grass, their bond. Stronger than ever, Alex thought about everything they had been through, the strange questions, the shared dances, the battles, and the quiet moments under the stars. He realized that meeting Lyra had changed him deeply. "Lyra," Alex said softly, "I never imagined I would find a friend like you, so far from home." Lyra smiled, her green eyes shining with warmth. "And I never imagined I would trust a human so quickly. You have shown me kindness and courage." They reached the edge of the village where the people were busy preparing for a celebration. The elders had declared a festival to honor the new friendship between humans and Nerea natives. The village was alive with color and music. Bright banners fluttered in the breeze, and the air was filled with laughter and song. Alex was welcomed as an honored guest. The villagers shared their food and stories, and Alex shared tales of Earth's festivals and traditions. As the evening sun dipped below the horizon, Lyra took Alex's hand and led him to the circle of unity. "This place has become special to us," she said. "It holds the memories of our people and the promise of peace." Alex looked around at the circle of stones glowing softly in the moonlight. He felt a deep connection to the place and to the people around him. Lyra turned to him. "Alex, will you stay here with us? Help us build a future where humans and Nerea natives walk together in friendship?" Alex looked into her hopeful eyes. He thought of Earth, of the long journey ahead, and of the new life growing between them. "I will stay," he said with a smile. "Together we can make a better world." The villagers cheered softly, and the night was filled with music and joy. In the quiet moments that followed, Alex and Lyra sat beneath the stars. "Do you remember the first question you asked me?" Alex said with a chuckle. Lyra laughed softly. "How could I forget? It was the beginning of everything," Alex nodded. "That question showed your courage and curiosity," Lyra smiled. "And your patience and kindness showed the heart of humanity." They sat in comfortable silence, feeling the gentle rhythm of the night. Alex realized that the true strength of humans was not just in their power, but in their ability to connect, to care, and to hope. Lyra rested her head on his shoulder. "Our worlds are different, but our hearts are the same." Alex held her close. "And that is what will keep us strong." As the stars twinkled above, Alex and Lyra knew that their journey was just beginning. Together they would face the challenges ahead and build a future where understanding and friendship could shine across the stars. The village slowly returned to its peaceful rhythm. After the battles, the people of Nerea and Alex began to spend more time learning from each other. What had started as a mission of survival had blossomed into something much deeper, a true exchange of culture and heart. One morning, Lyra approached Alex with a bright smile. "Alex, I want to share with you one of our oldest traditions. It is a ceremony of trust and friendship." Alex's eyes lit up. "I would be honored to learn." Lyra led him through the forest to a sacred clearing surrounded by ancient trees whose leaves whispered softly in the breeze. In the center of the clearing was a circle of stones, each carved with symbols representing the life and history of her people. "This is the circle of unity," Lyra explained. "Here we come together to celebrate our bonds and renew our promises of peace." Alex looked around, feeling the power in the quiet space. "It is beautiful," Lyra smiled. "Would you like to join us in the ceremony?" Alex nodded eagerly. "Yes, I want to be part of it." That evening, the villagers gathered in the clearing. They wore colorful robes made from natural fibers, decorated with flowers and leaves. Soft music filled the air, played on instruments made from wood and stone. Lyra took Alex's hand and led him to the center of the circle. The villagers surrounded them, their faces warm and welcoming. The ceremony began with a soft chant that echoed through the trees. Lyra explained, "This chant calls for peace and unity between all beings." Alex felt a calm wash over him as the voices blended together. Next, the villagers performed a dance, slow, flowing movements that told stories of their ancestors and the strength of their people. Alex watched closely, trying to learn the steps. Lyra guided him gently, helping him match her movements. Soon they danced together, their steps becoming a symbol of the new friendship between humans and Neria natives. After the dance, Lyra led Alex to a small altar filled with gifts, flowers, stones, and fruits from the forest. Each gift represents something important to us, she said. We share them to show respect and trust. Alex looked at the gifts thoughtfully. He reached into his bag and took out a small earth-made object, a smooth stone shaped like a heart. This is from my world, he said, holding it out. It is a symbol of love and friendship. Lyra accepted the gift with a smile. Thank you, Alex. It will be cherished. As the night deepened, the villagers shared stories and food around the fire. Alex tasted fruits he had never seen before, sweet and tangy, bursting with flavor. Lyra told stories of her people's history, their connection to the forest, and the lessons passed down through generations. Alex shared stories of Earth, its vast oceans, towering mountains, and the endless sky. He spoke of human hopes, dreams, and the struggles to find peace. The villagers listened with fascination, their eyes wide with wonder. In a quiet moment, Lyra asked Alex, "What do humans value most?" Alex thought for a moment. I think humans value connection with each other, with nature, and with something greater than ourselves. We seek meaning in our lives. Lyra nodded slowly. That is similar to us. Our bond with the forest and with each other gives us strength. As the ceremony ended, Alex felt a deep sense of belonging. He was no longer just a visitor. He was part of something bigger, a bridge between two worlds. Over the next days, Alex and Lyra continued to share their cultures. Lyra taught Alex how to listen to the songs of the forest, the whispers of leaves, the calls of animals, and the rhythm of the earth itself. Alex showed Lyra how humans use tools to create and build, how they write stories and music to capture their feelings. One afternoon, as they walked near a crystal-clear lake, Lyra asked Alex, "What do humans do when they are afraid?" Alex looked at the calm water and replied, "We find comfort in each other. We talk, hold hands, and share our feelings. Sometimes we face fear together and become stronger." Lyra smiled gently. "I want to learn to do that better." Alex took her hand, feeling the warmth and trust between them. "We can teach each other." That night, under the twin moons, Alex and Lyra sat by the fire and talked late into the night. They spoke of dreams, fears, and hopes for the future. Alex felt a quiet joy. This friendship was changing him, making him see the galaxy in a new light. Lyra looked at him with soft eyes. "Alex, you have given us more than help in battle. You have given us hope." Alex smiled. "And you have given me something I never expected? A new family?" As the stars twinkled above, they both knew their journey was far from over. But with each shared story, each gentle touch, and each moment of understanding, they built a future where humans and Neria natives could walk together in peace. The days after the battle were filled with a quiet energy. The village was alive with renewed hope, but everyone knew this peace might not last. The threat from the hostile faction had been pushed back, but it still lingered in the minds of all. Alex spent his time helping the villagers rebuild what was damaged. He worked alongside them, learning their ways and teaching them new skills. But he also knew that strength alone would not be enough. Humans had something more, a way of thinking and feeling that could turn the tide. One morning, Lyra approached Alex with a serious look. "Alex, I have been thinking. Your people are strange but powerful. Not because of strength, but because of your mind and heart." Alex smiled. "Humans do have that. We solve problems in ways others do not expect." Lyra nodded. "Can you teach us more?" Alex agreed eagerly. "I will show you some human ideas that might help." He gathered a small group of villagers, including Lyra, and began to share how humans think about problems differently. He explained how humans use creativity, teamwork, and emotion to find solutions. "Sometimes," Alex said, "we do things others think are impossible simply because we refuse to give up." Lyra listened closely, her eyes shining with interest. "That is a gift." Together they planned ways to protect the village, not just with weapons, but with smart thinking. They set traps that confused the enemy, used signals to communicate silently, and practiced quick teamwork drills. One evening, while practicing, Alex noticed how well the villagers adapted. They learned fast, using their connection to the forest, and their new human tactics. "You are quick learners," Alex said with a smile. Lyra laughed softly. "We want to survive, and you have given us hope." But Alex also saw another truth. The villagers had begun to trust humans more, and that trust made them stronger. A week later, scouts reported that the hostile faction was preparing to return. With more forces. Alex knew this battle would be tougher. But he also knew the villagers were ready when the enemy arrived again. This time in greater numbers, they found themselves facing a new kind of defense. The villagers moved like shadows in the forest, guided by Alex's human tactics. They used traps and signals to confuse the enemy, making it hard for them to find their targets. Alex led small groups in surprise attacks, using the forest's natural cover to their advantage. Lyra fought with fierce determination, inspiring her people to stand strong. The enemy was caught off guard. Their plans failed against the strange and clever tactics. One of the enemy's leaders said in frustration, "These humans and Neria natives fight like no others. We must rethink." But it was too late. The hostile faction was pushed back once again, suffering losses they had not expected. As the last of their ships left Neria's skies, the villagers cheered loudly. Their home was safe for now. That night, Alex and Lyra sat together by the riverbank. The moonlight danced on the water's surface, and the air was cool and calm. "You have shown us the power of the human mind," Lyra said softly. Alex smiled. "But it is your courage and heart that make the difference?" Lyra looked at him with a gentle smile. "Together, we are stronger than anyone expected." Alex felt a warmth inside him. This was more than just a fight for survival. It was a bond between two worlds. As the stars shone above, Alex promised himself to protect this friendship and to help build a future where humans and Neria natives could live in peace. Lyra reached out and took his hand. "Will you stay with us longer?" Alex looked into her eyes. "I will. There is much more to learn, and I want to be here with you." Lyra's smile grew brighter. "Then our journey has only just begun." They sat quietly, feeling the strength of their bond. The fight was not over, but hope was alive. With each passing day, Alex saw how humans could bring something unique to the galaxy, a mix of courage, cleverness, and heart that could change even the darkest battles. And in Lyra's eyes, he saw the promise of a new beginning for both their peoples. The next morning on Neria, the air felt heavier. The twin suns shone brightly, but there was an unease that both Alex and Lyra could sense deep inside. As they walked through the silver forest, Lyra's expression was serious. "Alex, I have learned more about the others. They are coming." Alex looked at her, his heart tightening. "Who are they? What do they want?" Lyra took a deep breath. "A group from another part of the galaxy? They believe that aliens like humans are dangerous. They want to stop any alliance between us." Alex frowned. "That sounds like a threat. Are they strong?" Lyra nodded. "Yes, very strong and well-armed. They have attacked others before." Alex's mind raced. He knew humans were not the strongest in the galaxy, but their strength was in their courage and cleverness. "We must warn your people and prepare," Alex said firmly. Lyra agreed. She led him to a hidden village deep in the forest, where her people lived quietly, connected to nature. The village was peaceful, with homes built in harmony with the trees. The people greeted Alex with curiosity and caution. Lyra spoke to the village leader, an elder with kind eyes and silver hair. "Alex has come to help us. The threat is real." The elder nodded slowly. "We have feared this day, but we must stand together." Alex stepped forward. "Humans may be new to your world, but we want peace. We will help you defend what is precious." The elder smiled faintly. "Your words give hope." That night, Alex and Lyra worked together to plan. They studied the terrain, setting up places to hide and watch for danger. Alex shared human tactics, ways to use the environment and surprise the enemy. Lyra listened carefully and added her knowledge of the forest and its secrets. As they prepared, Alex thought about how different this was from anything he had done before. This was not just exploration, it was a fight for trust, for friendship, for survival. Days later, the sound of engines echoed through the forest. The hostile faction had arrived. They were large ships, dark and menacing, dropping soldiers who moved quickly through the trees. Alex and Lyra watched from a hidden hilltop as the enemy advanced. They want to scare us, Lyra whispered. But we will not run, Alex nodded. We will show them that humans do not give up easily. Using the skills Alex taught them, the villagers set traps and used the forest to their advantage. They moved silently, striking quickly and then disappearing. The enemy was surprised by their knowledge of the land. Alex led small groups, using his quick thinking to outsmart the attackers. He used signals and lights to guide the villagers and keep them safe. Lyra fought bravely beside him. Her strength and connection to the forest gave her an edge. Together, they became a team, blending human strategy and Neria's natural power. One night as they rested, Lyra spoke softly. Alex, your courage inspires us all. Alex smiled tiredly. Your people's spirit is strong. We are lucky to fight together. The battle was hard, but slowly the enemy began to retreat. Their leader, a cold and powerful alien, saw that the fight was lost and ordered a withdrawal. Alex watched as the ships left. Feeling relief but knowing this was only the beginning, the villagers cheered quietly. Their home was safe, thanks to the brave human and the unity they had built. Lyra stood beside Alex, her eyes shining. You have proven that humans are more than we thought. Alex looked at her, feeling proud but humble. We are all stronger when we trust each other. That night, under the stars, the village celebrated with music and dance. Alex joined the ceremony, feeling a deep connection to this new family. As the firelight flickered, Lyra took Alex's hand. Thank you for standing with us. Alex squeezed her hand gently. Thank you for trusting me. They knew the road ahead would still be full of challenges, but together they were ready. The stars above Neria shone bright, a promise of hope and new beginnings. Days passed on the beautiful planet Neria. The air was filled with fresh scents of flowers, and the soft rustling of leaves made a calm song that surrounded Alex and Lyra wherever they went. Their friendship was growing stronger every day, built on trust, curiosity, and kindness. Alex found himself learning new things, not just about Lyra's world, but about himself. He noticed how his own heart opened in ways he had never felt before. Lyra, too, seemed more comfortable with him, sharing smiles and stories like two old friends. One morning, they met beside a sparkling river that flowed through the forest. The water was so clear that Alex could see colorful fish swimming beneath the surface. Lyra stood barefoot on the soft grass, her blue skin glowing softly in the sunlight. Today, Lyra said, I want to show you something special. Alex's eyes lit up. I'm ready. Lyra led him to a clearing surrounded by tall trees with leaves that shimmered silver in the light. In the center was a large stone circle, covered in ancient symbols and runes. This is a place of memory, Lyra explained. Our people come here to remember our ancestors and learn from their wisdom. Alex stepped carefully inside the circle. He felt a strange energy, like the air itself was alive with stories. Lyra touched one of the stones gently. Suddenly, soft images appeared in the air, shapes of glowing figures and scenes of long ago. Alex watched in awe as the memories of Neria's past unfolded before him. Your people have a deep connection to history, Alex said quietly. Lyra nodded. Yes, remembering helps us grow stronger and wiser. We learn from the past to build a better future, Alex smiled. That is something humans also try to do, though we are not always good at it. Lyra looked at him with understanding. Every species has its own way, but what matters is the effort to learn and improve. As the memories faded, Alex and Lyra sat on the soft grass, feeling the calm peace of the place. You have taught me much about humans, Lyra said. Now I want to learn more about you. Alex looked at her kindly. Ask me anything. Lyra hesitated, then said, What do humans fear? Alex thought carefully. Humans fear many things: losing loved ones, pain, loneliness, failure. But fear also helps us survive. It warns us of danger. Lyra listened closely. On Neria, fear is rare because we trust each other deeply. But sometimes it is also a lesson, Alex nodded. Fear can teach us to be brave, Lyra smiled softly. But I want to be brave. They stood and walked back toward the forest. As they walked, Lyra suddenly stopped and looked around. Alex, there is something I want to share. She reached out and took his hand gently. Alex felt a warm calmness wash over him. In my world, Lyra said, we have a tradition to welcome new friends. It is a dance that shows respect and trust. Alex smiled with interest. I would like to learn. Lyra led him to a small open space surrounded by flowers. She began to move gracefully, her steps light and flowing like water. Alex watched and tried to follow her slow, smooth movements. At first, he stumbled and felt awkward, but Lyra encouraged him with a smile. Feel the rhythm of the earth, she said. Let your body speak without words. Alex took a deep breath and moved his feet carefully. Soon, he felt the rhythm in his heart. The dance was not just about steps, it was about connection, trust, and being present. Lyra's eyes sparkled as they danced together, their movements becoming more in tune. When the dance ended, they laughed. Breathless and happy. This is beautiful, Alex said. On Earth, we have dances too. They bring people together. Lyra nodded. Maybe one day we can teach each other our dances. Alex looked at her warmly. I would like that very much. Later, they rested by a large tree. Lyra asked, Alex, what do humans hope for? Alex smiled gently. We hope for peace, for love, for a better future. We want to understand and be understood. Lyra's eyes shone bright. That is also what I hope. As the days went by, their bond grew deeper. They shared meals, stories, and moments of quiet reflection. Alex showed Lyra pictures of Earth on his small tablet while she taught him how to listen to the songs of the forest. One afternoon, as they sat by the riverbank, Alex noticed a change in Lyra's expression. She looked serious and a little worried. What is it? He asked softly. Lyra hesitated, then said, There are others aliens who do not want us to trust humans. They see humans as a threat. Alex's heart tightened. Why? What do they want? They want to keep their power and fear change, Lyra explained. They believe that humans are too different, too unpredictable. Alex frowned. That sounds like fear, not wisdom, Lyra nodded. Yes, but their fear can bring danger to my people and to you. Alex stood up, determination rising inside him. Then we must be ready. We can't let fear destroy what we have begun. Lyra looked up at him with trust. I believe in you, Alex. You are brave and kind, Alex smiled. We will face this together. That night, under the bright stars of Neria, Alex and Lyra promised to protect their friendship and to work for peace. They knew the road ahead would be difficult, but together, they believed they could overcome any challenge. As Alex lay under the alien sky, he thought about how much his life had changed in just a few days. Meeting Lyra had opened his eyes to new worlds, not just outside, but inside his own heart. He closed his eyes, ready to face whatever tomorrow would bring. The next morning, Alex woke to the soft light of Neria's twin suns. The purple grass around his small camp shimmered gently in the cool breeze. His mind was filled with thoughts of Lyra, the alien woman who had asked him the strange but honest question the day before. He felt a strange excitement. Meeting her had opened a door to something new and unknown. Today, he hoped they could learn more about each other's worlds. Alex packed his gear and walked carefully toward the silver tree where he had first met Lyra. She was already there, waiting quietly, her green eyes bright with curiosity. Good morning, Alex, she said softly. Good morning, Lyra, he replied with a smile. Are you ready to explore today? Lyra nodded. I want to understand humans more. You said love is important. What else is special about humans? Alex thought for a moment. Humans have many feelings. We laugh, cry, feel pain and joy. We also have many ways to show care. Sometimes through words, sometimes through actions. Lyra listened closely. Our people share feelings through touch and energy. It helps us know what someone feels without speaking. Alex was fascinated. That is very different from humans. We mostly use words and actions to share feelings. But sometimes we feel things deeply inside without others knowing. Lyra stepped closer and looked at him. Can you show me how humans show care? Alex smiled gently. He reached out and took her hand softly in his. Lyra's skin was cool, but smooth like fine silk. Alex could see the surprise in her eyes as she felt his warmth. This is one way humans show care, Alex explained. A gentle touch can mean kindness or comfort. Lyra nodded, holding his hand with quiet wonder. On Neria, we also touch to share our true feelings. It builds trust and friendship. They walked slowly through the tall grass as Alex continued. Humans also use gifts, words, and spending time together to show care. Each culture has its own way, Lyra smiled. I want to learn all these ways. As they moved through the forest, Alex pointed out different plants and animals. He explained how humans had studied nature on Earth and learned to live with it. Lyra listened, her eyes wide with amazement. Your world sounds full of life and beauty, Alex nodded. It is. But humans have problems too. We fight sometimes, and do things that hurt each other and the planet. We try to do better, Lyra looked thoughtful. Even here, not all is perfect, but we believe understanding others helps heal wounds. Their conversation was gentle, filled with moments of silence where both looked at the strange new world around them. At one point, Lyra stopped and said softly, Alex, I want to ask again about your body. It is very different from mine. Can you explain more? Alex smiled and nodded. Of course. Humans have many parts of the body that help us do things, move, feel, and survive. The thing you asked about before is private for humans, and it is part of how we make new life? Lyra looked curious but respectful. On Neria, we have different ways of creating new life. It involves sharing energy in special ceremonies. Our bodies are also different. Alex was amazed by her openness. I want to learn about your ceremonies. Lyra's eyes brightened. Maybe I can show you someday. As the day passed, they shared stories about family and friends. Alex told Lyra about Earth cities, schools, and festivals. Lyra described Neria's seasonal celebrations and how her people honor nature. At one point, they laughed together at a funny story, Alex told, about humans trying to fly using wings made of cloth. Lyra laughed, a clear, musical sound that echoed through the forest. Their friendship grew stronger with each moment. Later, as the suns began to lower in the sky, Lyra paused. Alex, on my planet, sharing touch is a way to learn and trust. Would you let me explore more about human feelings and body? Not in a way that is uncomfortable, but so I understand better. Alex thought carefully. He wanted to respect his own culture but also help Lyra learn. I trust you, Lyra. If it helps us understand each other better, we can take small steps, always with respect and care. Lyra smiled warmly. Thank you, Alex. They found a quiet spot near a small stream where the water was clear and cool. Lyra gently took Alex's hand again. This time she placed her palm lightly on his chest. I feel your heart beating, she said softly. It tells me you are alive and full of feelings. Alex felt a deep connection in that moment. Our hearts are very important to humans. They hold our life and emotions. Lyra closed her eyes, concentrating. I want to learn how to share. Feelings like this, Alex reached out and touched her hand. It takes time, but with patience, we can understand each other. The night came quickly on Neria. Alex and Lyra made a small fire and sat close, talking under the stars. They shared hopes for peace and friendship between their peoples. Before they rested, Lyra asked one last question. Alex, what does it mean to love someone truly? Alex looked into her bright eyes. To love is to care more for another than for yourself. It means trust, kindness, and wanting the best for them, even when it is hard. Lyra nodded slowly. I want to learn to love like that, Alex smiled. Maybe one day we will. As they fell asleep beneath the twin moons, Alex felt that their journey was just beginning, a journey of discovery, respect, and the promise of something greater than either had known before. Alex had traveled far beyond the familiar stars of Earth. His mission was clear. Explore the uncharted planet called Neria and learn about its strange new life. The galaxy had many wonders, but none had prepared him for what he was about to find. The sky on Nerea was deep blue, with two suns shining softly. The air smelled fresh, but carried a hint of unknown flowers. Alex moved carefully through the tall purple grass, his eyes scanning the strange landscape. The planet was quiet except for soft rustling sounds and distant bird calls. Suddenly, Alex spotted something moving near a cluster of glowing trees. His heart beat faster. Could it be the alien species the scientists had talked about? Slowly, he stepped closer. There, standing beside a silver tree, was a young woman unlike any Alex had ever seen. Her skin was a pale shade of blue with a slight shimmer. Her eyes were large and bright green, full of curiosity. Her long hair fell like waves of dark silk down her back. She wore simple clothes made from soft leaves and vines that matched the colors of the forest. She noticed him at once and didn't run. Instead, she smiled gently. "Hello," she said, her voice soft but clear. "You are not from here," Alex nodded, smiling back. "No, I'm from Earth. My name is Alex. I'm here to learn about your world and your people." The alien woman tilted her head. "I am Lyra. You look strange to me." Alex laughed lightly. "I guess we all look strange to someone else." They stood in silence for a moment, studying each other. Lyra's eyes flicked down toward Alex's waist. "Can I ask you something?" she said, her voice filled with honest wonder. "Sure," Alex answered, curious about what she might say. She pointed at his lower body and asked in a simple, direct way, "Can I touch that thing between your legs?" Alex blinked, surprised by the question. It was not what he expected on a first meeting with an alien. But he sensed no malice or awkwardness from her, only pure curiosity. He smiled and said, "You mean my body? Why do you want to touch it?" Lyra's face was open and sincere. "Your body is different from mine. I want to understand." Alex nodded slowly. "That's okay. But you should know that humans don't usually let strangers touch them like that. It is personal." Lyra looked thoughtful. "On my planet, we share our bodies to show trust. It helps us learn who we are." Alex realized this was a cultural difference. He decided to respect her curiosity but also explain human boundaries. "I understand," he said. "Maybe as we get to know each other better we can share more, but for now we should talk." Lyra smiled again. "I like that." Over the next hours, they sat by the glowing trees and began to talk about their worlds. Alex described Earth, the blue planet full of water and life. He told her about humans, their families, and their feelings. Lyra listened carefully, her green eyes wide with wonder. In return, she spoke of Nerea's forests, the bright flowers that sang at night, and her people's deep connection to nature. She explained how they learned about each other through touch and shared energy. Alex realized how much he could learn from Lyra and how much she could learn from him. Their meeting was more than just an exchange of words. It was a bridge between two very different lives. As the suns began to set, casting long shadows on the purple grass, Alex felt a strange but warm feeling inside. He knew this was only the beginning of something important. Before leaving, Lyra looked at him with a soft smile. "Can I ask you another question?" Alex nodded, smiling. She whispered, "What is love to humans?" Alex thought for a moment, then said, "Love is a feeling that connects people deeply. It is about caring, trust, and wanting to be close, even when it is hard." Lyra's eyes shimmered in the fading light. "I want to learn more about love." Alex felt a strong hope rise within him. Maybe, through this meeting, two worlds could find a new way to understand each other. The stars began to shine above Nerea's sky as Alex prepared to camp for the night. The alien beauty called Lyra had asked a strange question, but in that moment, Alex knew curiosity and respect were the first steps toward friendship.